broke my foot and got sick with salmonella poisoning for 2 weeks. Hey guys, Alicia, it feels great to be back. I'm feeling 100% better and going to make a video for you today on how to layer properly when it comes to mock-up photos and also designs. So let's jump right into this video. Okay, so I use iPicky.com and I was inspired to do this video. It came from a question in my Facebook group, and if you have not yet joined my Facebook group, it is Digital Passive Income. And you can just go to Facebook and search under groups. I've had people ask me to post a link to my group, but when I do that, it takes them to the main Facebook login page and then they get confused. It's really easier just to go under groups and search for Digital Passive Income. Anyway, her question, she was confused about how to layer properly. So really this video is for her and anyone else who is confused. So I was going to show two different scenarios. So her question was, what do you do and how do you get your design into a mock-up photo if there's something like a plant or a flower covering it, and if you can move, objects. So I'm in iPicky.com. This is my favorite site to use. And I'm just going to click on Create a Design. And I'm just waiting for this to load. And I'm going to show you how we can create something ourselves. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this template about the same size that it is. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and change the dimensions of this so that I can fit over. And I am going to go the width. So this used to be the old standard size for a mock-up photo, 1500 by 2000. Now they're saying 2000 by 2000, but to be honest, I find that this still works great for me. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create. Only I need this landscape, so let me swap those numbers around. Okay, so we're going to create our own mock-up photo, and I'm going to kind of show you how we can do this and what can go wrong. So this is our background right here. Actually, I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to completely cover this whole design, or this whole template. So we're basically creating our own mock-up photo. And anything hanging off the edge of the actual template you don't need to worry about. That will not be saved. Okay, so I'm going to add some objects, just a frame, first of all. And these are all PNG type format of a frame. So it gives the illusion that this is a frame that is leaning up against the wall. Okay, and then I'm going to add some items. Now, what you really want to do is when you're layering properly, let's say that you wanted your design inside of this mock-up photo, and then you wanted to add a rose And let's say you wanted this rose to kind of hang over the edge just a little bit. And I think I'm going to move these more in the middle. And let's say you wanted to add this and you want it to hang over the frame just a little bit. Okay, well, when you go to do that, the problem is that when we go to add our design, and let me find a design. So I'm just going to put this right here. Here's what's going to happen. And this is what you don't want to do. Okay, see how it's covering this? So what you want to do is you want to make sure you put that last. So we're going to go ahead and delete this. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to add your design first to this photo. And then we can use a plant, a rose, whatever we want to cover that. So I have some objects that I had purchased, gosh, almost a year ago, and I can still use these. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to add this rose, and we're going to make it bigger. And now you'll see the difference. Okay, see how the rose now fully shows just like it should be. Okay, so this is Welcome to the Wedding of Abby and Michael. This is just something I whipped up quickly just for showing you how to layer properly. So in the first example that I showed you, we added the rose bouquet first before we added our design. So that is what we want to do. And then we can go ahead and we can save this . And for right now, I'm just going to save this to my desktop. I do highly recommend getting some sort of backup system for your computer where you can make folders. Okay, so now I'm going to return to iPicky. So the other question is, what do you do if you purchase a mock-up photo and they have a plant or something else covering this? I'm going to show you there's a workaround for that. So I am going to actually go to the editor and I'm going to open up my photo library, and I actually have one of those that the roses are covering. If you can see, the roses are covering this design right here. So what we need to do in this case is we're going to go to Lunapic.com, and this is a great site. You can remove the background. So we are going to use the Lunapic transparent background tool, and I'm going to upload this same image. Welcome to the wedding. Okay, is what I love so much about Lunapic.com, and actually if you just type in Lunapic transparent background, you'll come to this page. So with one click of a button, it took out all of the white except for in between. So here's how you do that. So we're going to click apply, and then we need to go in between these places. And I know this is a pain because you have to keep hitting apply every time. It doesn't always pick up the white. And I will pause this for just a second. I think you're getting the idea here. You just go in between these places that it did not pick up the white to take out the background fully. And I mean, even in between this little place right here. So I'm showing one last one, and you have to keep clicking apply each time. And I know it's kind of redundant. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and sometimes it does. It really just depends on what font you are using. Okay, so I have finished taking out all of the white background. So this is going to be a PNG transparent background. So we are now going to save image, save as PNG, and that means that the background is transparent. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this up and save it to my desktop. Okay, so once we pull the picture up, we are going to save as, and I'm just going to name this, and you want to make sure that it's a PNG, not a JPEG. Okay, and then I'm going to save this to my desktop. Okay, so now that we have got that done, I'm going to hop back over here to iPicky.com, and we are going to click on the layering, the designer. We're going to flip back from the editor to the designer. So it looks like 3 little stacks of paper. It says add images, text. So is what we're going to do in this case so that it shows up and it doesn't match this yellow here. I'm going to go ahead and add the PNG version of what we just created. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what happens if we take this and try to cover. It's going to cut off the roses at the top. So see how it has cut off the roses, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. This is the JPEG version. So now I'm going to do the PNG version. And we're going to bring this down a little bit. And as you can see, it is not cutting off the roses. So there we have it. So now it has the illusion that the roses are hanging over the design. Now I will say that if for any reason you have a design that has color on the background or something like that, you're going to have to find a mock-up photo, and there's tons of them out there. You're going to have to use a mock-up photo that doesn't have anything hanging over the mock-up design. So the workaround for that is to make it a PNG background and have it done that way. So that, I really hope it's helpful. You can even bring this up a little more because it's PNG transparent. You can move it anywhere you want and it's not going to cover any of the roses that are hanging over this design. So I really hope that this video was helpful to you. Once again, it feels great to be back making videos again. And also, if you liked this video, please subscribe and comment, and also please join my Facebook group, Digital Passive Income. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.